What's up, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video, and in this one I want to break down what's happening with Tesla SPY in the overall market. Just note that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. Anyways, let's talk about the market real quick. So for Tesla, we pushed all the way up to this resistance at 235. This was actually a very, very nice move, but we did reject off 235 many times. It's a very, very tough area, and we got some big sell orders as a result. I didn't see too much news come out involving Tesla. I did see some news about how there was a fire that broke out at one of their important service centers in Nepal. So I saw this actually happen. This caused a lot of damage, and this was their first service center. With that happening, that is one piece of news that's worth noting, but I didn't see anything else that was too significant. But I don't think that this is the main reason why Tesla's dipping. I think it has more to do with just like technicals and the overall market. So for Tesla, we got to try to hold above 225. If we don't hold above that, if we don't get an hourly close above that, I could be looking for this dip all the way down to fill this gap towards 219. We might be coming back down just for a little bit. We pumped quite a bit for the last 2.5 days. So seeing a little bit of a pullback is completely normal, but nonetheless, the setup on Tesla still remains bullish. As long as we don't end up losing like 208, we're going to be completely fine. We still have an inverse head and shoulders. Tesla's still holding up quite well, and we're doing a decent job. Now, the broader markets are what are slowing down. If you look at SPY, this is also slowing down right now. We need to try to see if we could hold 547. If we don't hold 547, we're at risk of dipping even lower, all the way down to 545, then the gap fell into the lower 540s. And we have resistance at 550, so watch that carefully. We look kind of bearish right now. That's part of why Tesla's getting dragged down. The market's just dumping right now. ES is also dumping. We're barely at 550. If we don't hold that, our next target would be 5480. Basically, would be our next target. So we'll see. We look a little bit more bearish. We are starting to dip a little bit. The QQQ, we pumped a bit into this 460 area after we got the unemployment numbers, only to dump back down. We're looking at that potential gap fill on the daily into the lower 450s if we end up failing at 455. So look at 453, then eventually the low 450 area. Apple's starting to dip a little bit. We're kind of struggling at this resistance at 224, but we did a good job at holding up. So we'll see if we could try to hold up around here or not. Apple's showing some strength compared to the market, but it did slow down a little bit as the market is dipping. So we'll see how Apple does. We're at this tough resistance around 224. We'll see how it holds up. For the IWM Russell 2000, we look a little bit weak. If we don't reclaim 212, we're looking for that 208 target. I could see this dip a little bit, so just be mindful of that. Amazon had a nice cup and handle like structure, but it failed to break 178. We had to break that to remain bullish. Now we're looking at 175 as support, followed by 172. We're just barely holding up. Meta's also rejecting here, rejected off 524. Instead of holding above that, we dipped back down. I said if we ended up losing 516, we're looking for a dip. Well, we're losing 516, so this is going to likely dip lower towards 509 or so. For Microsoft, we pumped a bit only to dip a little bit, so we could be coming back down to about 405, and then Google's barely at 156 critical support. If that doesn't hold, we could be dumping all the way down towards 155 then 152. So be careful. We look a little bit more bearish. So with that being said, guys, I want to give you guys a heads up about this. Tesla's got to reclaim, 225. If we fail to do so, we could slowly start downtrending towards this gap fill over the next couple of trading days. So be careful with Tesla. The whole market is what's coming down, dragging this down, in my opinion. So you want to be very mindful of that. But with that being said, I'm being 100% honest about that. We'll see how things end up going. Seeing a little bit of a downside is completely normal. We could be in a much bigger uptrend, even if we see some downside for one day. After so much green for the last couple of days, a little bit of a down day would be completely fine. Nothing out of the ordinary, nothing to panic about. As long as we're above 208, Tesla's going to be fine. So we'll see how things go. With that being said, I thank you for listening. I'll see you guys in another couple of hours for another update. Just know that Tesla is supported at 225. Well, now it's technically resistance. And then we have 222 below this as our next support. If that fails us, I think we fill the gap to 219. So make sure you watch your levels very carefully, and we'll see how things go. And let's just hope for the best. So have a great day, guys. Good luck with your trades, and I'll see you guys in just a couple of hours for another update. Thanks again, and peace out.